I remember buying my very first Steam Deck exactly 1 year ago, November last year. And around 6 months or so, I believe April last May this year, I replaced it with the OLED version. Now, when I bought the Steam Deck, the original one, I was very skeptical on this mobile gaming, let alone PC, because of the reputation of mobile phones, right, in mobile gaming. But again, after having the Steam Deck, the 64 gig base model only, for just a couple of months, 6 months, I was so willing to buy the OLED version. And at that time, I bought the 1 terabyte OLED version, which is almost double the price of the LCD variant that I purchased. I have zero regret. I'm just so thankful for Steam Deck because Steam Deck, particularly the OLED, just brought me back to gaming. I'm a 40 years old guy right now, 40-year-old, and I really love gaming ever since, right? I am an avid PlayStation gamer. I had PlayStation 1, PS2, PS3, PS4, PS4 Pro. I also got my PS5, as you probably know already, day one when it was released. I'm still contemplating in getting the PS4 or the PS5 Pro right now because of, again, Steam Deck and a little bit of other stuff. Back in the day when I was playing PlayStation 1, of course, I was kid back then, right? 90s kid, like many of you. It's really on the peak of excitement. As a kid, of course, you're gonna be, happy with little things, right? Even the worst graphics. I didn't even think about that before, of course. PS2, PS3, PS4. I believe PS4 is like the greatest one, but PS1 is my personal greatest one, right? And PS2 again, being a kid. But around PS4 Pro, I'm a little bit getting tired already. I think it's just because of the age, right? But again, being an avid fan of PlayStation, I bought the PS5, and at the time, I was really excited. I played a lot of PlayStation game, the exclusive of PlayStation. That's why I'm an avid fan of PlayStation. I also have a gaming PC, as you know, but I don't really touch that except for some online, FPS stuff. But yeah, on the middle of my PlayStation life cycle, right, or for my personal ownership of PlayStation, maybe around a year or two, I was getting tired, right? I don't really find that a lot of happiness in playing longer time, right? I'm getting tired. 30 minutes, 1 hour, I'm getting tired. And here again, I'm on my gaming room. I even built a gaming room on this one. I will just find myself playing about a couple of hours maximum, typically 1 hour, 2 hours, and I just get tired and call it a day. But again, I tried the Steam Deck, right? Again, I was super skeptical of Steam Deck. But when I tried it, when I bought it, right, initially, I didn't even notice the LCD or have complaints or anything like that. It was just so different for me. It kind of like brought me back right away to my childhood for some reason. It's very difficult to explain. I don't really know exactly why. I can only guess. Maybe it's because it's very, very fun to play with headphones, for example, while lying on the bed and on Steam Deck, as if you're just like holding your phone. Or playing anywhere, essentially, right? Having no commitment to essentially play here on my gaming room. I can play downstairs on our sala. I can always bring it with me if I want to play on malls or, on the go. But most particularly, I'll always play my Steam Deck before I sleep, right? Whenever I get tired, I guess, again, it's because of the aging. But whenever I feel tired, I go back to my bed, kind of like tuck in, and then my Steam Deck's just on my headboard, reach it out, and then lo and behold, I'm already playing like 3 hours, right? 2 hours, 3 hours before I deplete a battery. Sometimes I can even play 5 hours depending on the battery. The Steam Deck is not the most powerful portable console out there, right? Or portable PC gaming machine out there. Initially, Valve kind of like released that statement because they are the most powerful one, and they probably are the only one back then. But right now, with a lot of competitors like Ally, right, Legion Go, and a lot of other stuff, of course, and that are really, really powerful, Steam Deck isn't powerful anymore. But if you think about it, again, back in the day, I play a lot of PlayStation 1 games, a lot of PlayStation 2 games, right? They're not powerful, right? And their graphics are, of course, very, very bad. But we don't really think about that when you're already immersed on game. I personally, I don't really think of graphics or power alone when I'm already immersed on a game, right? Number one for me is like gameplay. Gameplay is king, what they call, and story. I'm a very, very story-driven guy. You probably know that Persona, right? Persona 3 has been released for like ages already, right? I actually never played that, or at least never had a chance to play it because, again, having PlayStation 4 Pro and then PS5, I have this mentality that I have to play the latest, the greatest, and the heaviest games, right? Whenever a new God of War releases, I'm gonna play that. If there's like a Ghost of Tsushima or any other game that are just really intense on graphics, I'm gonna play that. That's why I have PS5. That's always my mentality. But then, that's probably the one that is taxing me at times, right? I can feel that sometimes I'm just playing games for the sake of it, right? So that you can be like within the trend because everyone is like playing this game, so you kind of like have to play it, even though I'm not really enjoying the game so much. I can even say that, for example, on a lot of Ubisoft's games, right? Like, I think the Valhalla, I tried to play that so much because again, it's graphics, it's good. I wasted so much hours on that, so much time, but I didn't even really finish it, and I just find myself again and again being bored, being unhappy about it. No emotion, no strong feeling whatsoever. And then Steam Deck. I played Persona 3 on this game. Persona 3 Reload, right? Mind you, of course, because that was released about a year as well. Just blew my mind. I just remember it again because I just finished it a couple of days ago. Blew my mind. Right? I was crying for several minutes on that one. My heart is so heavy for several hours, even several days, even up until right now. I'm still having a heavy heart on the ending of the Persona 3 Reload. The amount of connection that the Steam Deck made to me whenever I'm playing game, the amount of immersion is just different. Again, I can play so much on a television or my PlayStation 5, but I'll get tired right away, which will lead me to backlogs, right? I cannot finish game as much as I would like to because, again, I get tired. I stop with a lot of other reasons because I'm playing on TV. But on Steam Deck, I just found myself dumping a lot of hours, like hours after hours, hundreds of hours. I can't even believe it. I played Trails series, a lot of games in Trails series on Steam Deck, from like LCD to OLED version. I played a lot of JRPG games that just really blew my mind. And that's what I would like to talk about Steam Deck. Again, Steam Deck is not the most powerful console or handheld console out there, but you don't need the most powerful one to enjoy games, right? To enjoy story, to enjoy gameplays. Most often right now, most powerful one is almost like being used to push marketing, right? Like tech demos, buying new video card or whatever, buying the PS5 Pro to enhance a little bit of stuff, which again, I'm all for. However, without the PS5 Pro, I was able to enjoy the Final Fantasy remake, for example, and Rebirth as well, not even thinking about little things, right? The Steam Deck gave me that purpose, that reason to play games that otherwise I wouldn't really realize playing on a PS5, even a PC, right? Steam Deck brought me back to gaming. particularly PC gaming. So being a PlayStation fan, I don't really play so much on PC anymore. I just, like what I said, I get tired, especially sitting like this for hours. Back in my time, back in my day, I can play Counter Strike or even World of Warcraft for straight 20 hours, believe it or not. But right now, because of a lot of reasons, I cannot. And I'm just like, I don't really want to bother with PC before, so I'm back on console. And I think Valve managed to pull that win, right? That W of pulling a lot of people from console gaming back to PC, and I love it about that. Initially, I thought I was scared that due to the power of Steam Deck, they will alienate a lot of PC gamers. I will not be able to play my AAA games or the games that I usually play on PC on Steam Deck. So I'm thinking they will alienate gamers, but it just actually gave me option. So along the way, I think around the time that I'm about to purchase the OLED version, this is the OLED by the way. Before I purchased that, I actually build or kind of like rebuild, right? I upgraded my PC to like a really really high capable one, right? So this is a really good PC now, can play heavy games. So what I'm doing, if I'm playing on Steam Deck and the power isn't enough, right? For example, I wanted to explore the graphics, I wanted to explore the maximum FPS or whatnot, I just move here and play the same game on PC. So for example, I played the Black Myth Wukong, which is very very heavy on my PC, of course, right? Full gameplay or not, not 100% gameplay on PC because I, believe it or not, I played a couple of that in my Steam Deck. Whenever again I'm tired, I want to shut off my PC, go back to my bed, but I still wanted to play Wukong a little bit. I grabbed my Steam Deck and played it in the lowest possible settings. Yeah, it works. And believe it or not, I actually beaten Yellow Long. I think that's the name, right? Yellow Long, the most difficult secret boss there, using my Steam Deck, right? I haven't beaten him on the PC because again I got tired, went back to the bed and played again, and I actually beat him on Steam Deck. But that's the beauty of it, right? It's the continuity of game. Even the Persona 3 Reload, again when I'm playing it, and with all of the other games that I'm playing on my Steam Deck, I played back and forth. Go back on my Steam Deck, go back to my PC, very very smooth, right? You just make sure that the save will be uploaded to the cloud, and then when you go back to your Steam Deck and vice versa on a PC, it's going to be there. I think that's the crucial part on the PlayStation, right? I wanted to play more on PlayStation, but again, when I get tired and go back, I don't have that option. I can always play via remote play, right, using Chucky here, or even I can purchase the Portal, but that is still playing via PS5, right? It's just streaming. It's double the electricity, not to mention the delays, latency, and quality and whatnot, right? So I didn't really love that idea. I also have like Xbox here, as you can see. I purchased Xbox Series X, which I use whenever there's like games on Game Pass that are available. I use it there. But then I just see myself always coming back to Steam Deck OLED, right? If you're gonna ask me to summarize or to like tell me what's the main reason of having Steam Deck, I think I probably said it already. It's the ability to play anywhere using the Steam Deck, and not to mention if you're short in the power or whatever, you can actually jump into your PC if you have a PC, and it's gonna be even better, right? Awesome, really really amazing experience when you're jumping around like that. And it's just a backlog killer. So again, I'm using PS5, right? And I just realized my backlogs it's hundreds and hundreds already. I'm not even kidding. I have a lot of games that I didn't manage to finish. I only always finish those really popular ones, right? Again, if there's new God of War or whatever game, Horizon, I finish them. But there's a lot of games in between that are gems, right? Really, really awesome that I didn't manage to play because I'm just always on the hype. And the Steam Deck lets you forget about those, right? Let alone streaming or just focusing on content creation, playing the game just for the sake of streaming, not even enjoying it yourself. Steam Deck will like look into you like that and tell you, you know what, let's play, right? You're like this 10-year-old kid, 12-year-old kid. This is a game, an old game, mind you, like again, Persona 3 or Trails game or any other JRPG or older game there that the Steam Deck can play continuously without getting low bat, like 7 hours. There are some games that this one can play like 5 hours, 7 hours. I just recently played YS as well. Is it YS 8, right? Lacrimosa of Dana. Oh my god, that also made me cry, right? So there's just a lot of games that Steam Deck will allow you to connect to and play and enjoy them on a very high level, right? High emotional investment level and experience than you would ever get on this, very powerful console already. Whenever you play on a powerful console, even of a PC, you're not really gonna play the older games, let alone emulations that we also can explore in the Steam Deck. You will always have this a little bit of bias of I wanted to play the best games. I wanted to play the latest AAA heavy graphics games, and with that kind of like thinking, it limits, right? It limits the potential and your capability to explore a lot of amazing games out there, especially older games where devs are just focused on quality instead of like creating microtransaction or ads or just quantity pushing games after games like Ubisoft is doing, right? Playing older games like what Atlas is creating, like again Persona or Trails games or any older JRPG there, where they really put their blood, sweat, and tears in creating compelling story and really good game, or the most powerful console out there, and even PC, you might not even touch that because you think they're just like mediocre or older weak games, and you're gonna lean in to the heaviest game out there, heaviest graphics, where the developers or the publishers are just focusing on eye candy and then hooking you up with microtransaction and not so much quality on gameplay itself, right? Like a subpar story and experience. So Steam Deck is just amazing. It's almost like a portal in my childhood, right? When I'm like holding my Steam Deck, I'm forgetting, the time. I'm just enjoying whatever games I have in front of me, even if it's like a 20-year-old game, 10-year-old game, or even like a latest game where I can jump into my PC and play it there further if I wanted to. Steam Deck is just an amazing portal, an amazing experience overall, because again, a lot of competitors out there, right? Like Ally and Lenovo and then other, but they're all on the top of Windows, which will annoy you. And if you think about it, they're not really that mobile gaming. They're just kind of like a laptop with controller, right? They're still Windows. You can basically do the same thing on your PC. But on Steam Deck, it's just really a dedicated machine for handheld console, especially the OLED. OLED is just really amazing with the battery, with the improved battery and efficiency. And then the OLED itself, the display itself, I don't think I will replace my experience in a display quality contrast in OLED, because I play at night. If you notice, I play on my bed, like what I said, with all lights turned off, and I cannot replace that with 120 hertz or whatever higher refresh rate that your device can really push, but it's still LCD. I will always choose OLED. It's just really amazing to see. So this is not a sponsored video. If this is just my 1-year review of having Steam Deck. So for all of you that are still thinking if purchasing OLED Steam Deck, is worth it, it's not powerful or something like that, I hope this video already helped you. But again, it's gonna be up to you, right? So it's gonna be up to the budget and whatnot. For me, I'm not even thinking of buying a PS5 Pro right now because of Steam Deck, and that is even weird, right? Steam Deck is a very less powerful, right, device compared to PS5 Pro. But I don't care. I'm happy. I'm happier playing my Persona 3, my Persona 4, my Persona 5 Royal, mind you, that this can play, and also Metaphor, it can play it flawlessly. I'm very, very happy playing those kind of games on my Steam Deck while lying on the bed closely and being intimate to me than just spending $700 on a PS5 Pro that of course is going to be powerful because it's freaking $700, right? And then a couple of years will be replaced by PS6 again. But I don't know, maybe one day I'll buy that, but for now I actually have zero interest in buying PS5 Pro because again, I already have PS5 and most especially the Steam Deck. But yeah, that's my 1 year review. I just like to share again my experience of one day because some of you might be thinking, is it worth it? You know, after 1 year because of a lot of competitors, is it still good getting Steam Deck or Steam Deck's already dead? As an owner for Steam Deck, Switch, OLED, PS5, Xbox Series, and PC, I'm gonna tell you, Steam Deck OLED is where I played the most.